How's it going, guys? My name is TJP and welcome back to another NHL 23 franchise video. So, first off, happy holidays. This is the first time I'm doing this, so I'm giving you guys a special video. We're doing a Connor Bedard career simulation. Now, I don't really know how career sims per se work in NHL. We're going to find out now, I guess. It should be interesting, considering I can't select multiple teams. At least I wasn't able to figure it out, so I kind of just selected a random team. Hopefully he does fall on this team, but we're basically going to let the CPU control everything. Right, injuries are off. I think I have morale off as well. We're just going to see how well Connor Bedard simulation and his career goes. That's pretty much it. We'll try to pay attention to what he does throughout the season. I'll give you guys periodic updates, especially if he wins awards, wins any important playoff series, gets to the playoffs, etc. So we'll try to, keep track of where he is in the league. I'll do my best with it because it would be too perfect. Like 2K, it's pretty easy because I could just switch teams, but it doesn't seem that way in NHL. But we're going to try it anyway because, it's Connor Bedard and he's definitely a highly regarded prospect. So I want to start off with him, and maybe we do another one of these if we're enjoying the content. Which if you are, like and subscribe if you are, and let me know down in the comments what's more videos, socials, playlist, second channel, main channel, also down in the description. With that being said, let's see where he ends up. So I'm going to simulate this first season. It doesn't matter. We're going to go to the draft. Alright, so we simulated the season, and it looks like the first overall pick is going to Nashville. We're going to the draft. We're going to see if Nashville decides to pick up Connor Bedard. I do have the Chicago Blackhawks selected because I've seen them be really bad before, but I guess they're not going to be bad in this sim. We're not going to get Connor Bedard, so we're just going to keep simulating, and we're going to go to the draft, and we're going to see who they end up, or who ends up taking Connor Bedard. Unfortunately, I can't switch off the Chicago Blackhawks to my knowledge, so we're just going to start the draft, sim the pick, and see where Connor Bedard happens to go. So if we look at the draft board, there he is. And will Nashville decide to pick him up, or will he not be going to Nashville? He's going to Nashville. The Predators have selected Connor Bedard, so we're going to try to monitor his progress. I guess we'll kind of just look at their team periodically. And yeah, we'll see how they do. And we'll try to track Connor's stats. So let's get on to his first season. So just taking a quick look at Nashville. So here is Connor Bedard. He's going to be on the second line for the Predators. Let's see if he plays this entire season, which if he does, he has a good shot at winning the Calder Memorial Trophy. Pretty solid stuff. Let's see how he does in his first year in the NHL. So after the first season of Connor Bedard's career, he ended up with 16 goals, 31 points, had 31 assists, had 47 total points. Which is pretty interesting. I mean, you guys can see how he did 19 blocked shots, 30 hits, 46 giveaways, 74 takeaways. I mean, it is his rookie season, so he's already up to an 85 overall, which is crazy. Is there a way I could see, stats here, or is that not a thing? Oh, yeah, full career stats. Does it tell me awards? Oh, it gives you past playoff stats. That's kind of nice. And preseason. I never look at these. That's awesome. So if I want to look at previous playoff stats too, but they don't give me I don't think they give me award history, do they? I don't think so. I'm trying to see contract. Yeah, I don't see it. All right, cool, not a problem. But yeah, it looks like the Predators did not make the playoffs though. Let's take a look at the standings. Yeah, they just missed. Well, they didn't just miss out. They had 76 points. So they were not very good, but that's okay. I mean, promising future with Connor Bedard at an 85 overall already. Let's see how he can do. We'll take a look at the awards at the end of the season. We'll just assume the rest of the season, and then see if he got the Calder Memorial Trophy. I would assume he did, but if he didn't, then I guess I'll just see you guys with an update for you. Connor Bedard did, in fact, win the Calder Memorial Trophy. He was the most proficient in his first year of competition in the National Hockey League, which is a trademark. Of course, as you see the art. I'm kidding around, by the way. But yeah, he did win the Calder Memorial. Not a surprise there. So, obviously, if he wins any other awards, I'll let you guys know. I'll give you guys an update. It doesn't really look like he keeps track of All-Star appearances, but I think we can kind of look and kind of just make an assumption for ourselves as season All-Star. But yeah, I guess with that being said, once I'm out there for you, I'll let you know. So in just Connor Bedard's second season, he is in the playoffs for the first time. And it looks like he led the team in scoring goals with 32 goals on the squad. He had 32 assists as well, puts him tied for 4th with Matt Duchene. Doesn't really matter. In terms of points generated, he was top 3 on the team. At just 19-year-old, that's pretty impressive, I have to say. So good stuff there from Connor Bedard. And of course, he's already up to a 91 overall. And this is his 2nd season. And this dude's already at 91. This guy might be next up. And they also are in the playoffs. They are in the playoffs. So, Schneip. That's an interesting one. It's an interesting Schneip. Because he's just trying to sound cool or something. Who knows? But either way, Connor Bedard is here. And he's here to stay. So yeah, Nashville's in the playoffs. Who are they taking on? We'll try to do our best to kind of like simulate and watch it. They're taking on Dallas. I don't know how good they were, but it doesn't really matter. But yeah, they're taking on Dallas. I can't really see this, so we're kind of just going to have to simulate like a few days because I am the Blackhawks. It doesn't really matter who I am, but we'll just simulate. Looks like it's 2-0 Dallas, 2-1. So 2-1 Dallas, 2-2 Nashville ties it up. Is it going to be 3-2 Nashville? No, it's 3-2 Dallas. Maybe go to a Game 7. Can they force it? And they cannot. So, Connor Bedard in his first taste of playoffs. Fortunately, they lost in 6, but the future looks bright for one they call Connor Bedard. And if we take a look at the player stats, kind of just see how he did in his first playoff, we'll take a look here. So, if we go to the Predators, Connor Bedard, 2 goals. No assists, 2 points. Not amazing, but, you know, again, the guy's young, so he's got plenty of time. I mean, 3 giveaways, 6 takeaways. That's not terrible. It wasn't bad. It wasn't too bad. So we'll take it, though. We'll take it from Connor Bedard. I definitely think he can improve on that, though, for sure. But, you know, he's got another season. I don't know if he was an all-star or not. It doesn't really tell me. But it's fine. We're just going to keep simulating. And once I have another update for you, if they make the playoffs again or something, I'll let you guys know. Or if he somehow gets an award, which I don't think he'll get one this year. Alright guys, so the only update that I have for you currently right now is that Connor Bedard signed a contract extension with the Predators, $9.24 million for the next 7 years. They didn't make the playoffs last season. He kind of had a bit of a down season, so hopefully this year he can kind of bring it back up and we could see some insane stats and maybe get the Nashville Predators back into the playoffs. Let's simulate and find out. Alright, so I wanted to give you guys a quick little update here with Connor Bedard. So he ended up with 72 points this season. He was actually pretty solid this year. It's just that the Predators have not been very good. This is definitely his best season so far in the NHL. He's almost got 300 career points. He's got 109 goals, 190 assists through his first 5 seasons, which is pretty solid. He's only 22 still, so he's very young. Yeah, I mean, power play goals. He's got power play points. He has 59. Power play goals 17. Game-winning goals, he's got 15 already. So he's been pretty good. Pretty solid takeaways, 503 takeaways. But yeah, I mean, his team has not been very good. He's only had 1 playoff appearance so far. So, I mean, you know, he's got plenty of years left on his contract. 6 years. Hopefully, you know, Nashville can maybe put some more talent around him and maybe he can try to find his way into the playoffs. But for now, it's just been kind of a little bit rough for him in terms of getting to the postseason. But we'll see what he can end up doing. Once I have another update for you, I will let you guys know. Currently sitting at 90 overall. I would love to see if he can hit a 99, but I don't think he's going to hit that high. He might get to 95, potentially, when he's like 27. We'll see. But, now, I'm going to keep simulating, and once I have an update for you guys, I'll let you know. So, the Predators actually ended up making the playoffs. I think this is Connor Bedard's, 6th season in the NHL? So, he is now in the playoffs once again, so his 2nd playoff appearance. So, we're going to take a look at the stats. Don't mind the Blackhawks. Like I said, I can't really change my team unless I get fired, and hopefully I can pick the Predators. But maybe it's for the best, though. Maybe we just let the Predators kind of do their own thing, and I don't really bother. But how about the season that Connor Bedard had? Oh, boy. He's a 93 now. And he had 95 points, 37 goals, and 58 assists. So I'm assuming he kind of just carried this team. He's like, I'm sick and tired of losing. I mean, fantastic stuff there. I don't know if he led the league in points. He might have. He might get an award this year. We can take a look. Can we do that? I don't know if there's a way I could do that. Entire league. Oh, he wasn't even close. Well, he was in the top. He was in the top 8. Top 8. I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, these guys are all in their mid-30s. And by the way, or 28, you know, in the case of Trevor Zegras, cover athlete. Yeah, mid-30s. And then you just see friggin' Connor Bedard at 23 years old. Like, that's pretty ridiculous. And a lot of these hockey players hit their prime, like, around the mid-30s and stuff. Like, some of these guys play until, like, their 40s. So who knows because there's only 25 seasons, I believe, in the simulation. So I would assume that we can get Connor Bedard most of his career. I'm hoping before, like, the game's just like, the game might just be like, yeah, 25 seasons. I think it's 25, but yeah, I don't know. Either way, Connor Bedard, great season, though, from him. And we're going to go to the playoffs and see if he can beat the Jets. We're kind of just going to simulate, and we'll, pay attention to see what happens. If we can get to the second round, that'd be great. We'll kind of pay attention here. So it looks like they're down 0-1, 0-2, 0-3. Are they going to get swept by the Jets? No, they got a game on the Jets. And they lose in 5. So he gets to the second round of the playoffs and loses in 5. But he had a really good year this year. That was definitely his career year. So hopefully maybe he can continue to get the Predators into the playoffs consistently. And maybe at some point if they get a little bit more talent and he just continues to grow as a player, he can get them into a deep playoff run and maybe even a Stanley Cup. That's the hope. Alright, so Connor Bedard had another good season, ended up getting his team back into the playoffs, so we'll take a look at his stats, I guess, after the playoffs. We'll look at the awards and all that. I did forget to show you guys his playoff stats, I think, last time he made the playoffs was last season. Not a problem, though, no worries, right? So, they're taking on the Blues. I mean, we actually have a matchup here with Colorado, but, I mean, like I said, I don't really care if we win, or not really, rather that. But I don't really care too much about that. Looks like, wow, we actually almost won that game there, which is pretty solid. They're up 2-1 on their series, which is pretty interesting. I had to pause really quickly there. Okay, so, yeah, our series is actually we won in 5. They're 2-2. Because, like I said, I'm for some reason in control of the Blackhawks. I thought maybe they'd get the number 1 pick, but they actually did it. And look at that. The Predators won their series, which is pretty interesting. So now we're taking them on here. So I'm actually rooting for the Predators. I hope that they win, right? I don't want to win. So hopefully, EA can bless me and have the Predators win. And it looks like they are going to get the sweep. And they're in the conference finals to take on, well, either the Ducks or the Oilers. So let's see who it's going to be. And it's going to be the Oilers. Nice. I like that matchup right there. McDavid versus Bedard. And we'll see how it works out. So far, it's 2-1 Predators. And if they can maybe beat the Oilers here, it's 3-2. They'd be facing the Canadiens. 3-3. Can they advance to the Stanley Cup? And they do. So it's Slavkovsky versus Bedard in the Stanley Cup. Can Connor Bedard get his first Stanley Cup here? That'd be kind of insane. But they're down 2-0, so it's not looking too hot for them. Unless they can somehow win. They do win Game 3. Game 4 is a loss. And yeah, they lose in 5 to the... yeah, they don't even want me as a GM. We'll just stick with the Blackhawks. But yeah, they lost in 5 to Canadiens. So Connor Bedard got his team all the way to the Stanley Cup, but unfortunately could not get them over the hump. But that is very promising, though, as he's still really young, and I guess just... Montreal is just a bit, like a year ahead in their rebuild. So, unfortunately, couldn't get the job done there. But let's take a look at his stats. Yeah, he had 98 points, as you can see. 95 overall already, which is pretty insane. He's looking really solid. Let's see how he did in the playoffs. He had a great playoffs, by the way. Last season, he didn't have that good of a playoffs. This season, he was fantastic. 12 goals, 21 assists, 33 points allotted for, plus 14 on the ice. So, yeah, he was really solid. This playoff. So great stuff there from Connor Bedard. You'd love to see it. Let's see if he got any awards on the year. That'd be kind of interesting if he did. I don't know if he did or not. Of course, their team ended up winning the... well, it's not ready yet for the awards, but we'll take a look in just a bit. So we'll simulate like a few days, and then we'll take a look at the awards. Because he might have gotten an award or two. We'll simulate and see what happens. So it'll give me the pop-up there. The Canadiens, unfortunately, got the win. Would have been nice if the Predators would have won, but of course they did not. But that's okay. Not a problem. Connor Bedard's got plenty of career left to win Stanley Cups. But yeah, he did get a Clarence S. Campbell Bowl. And he's three times in the playoffs so far. So you have Connor Bedard. Any awards for him? And he did not get any awards, unfortunately. Mazzaros was the most valuable. It might have been Bedard had they won the Stanley Cup, but unfortunately it wasn't. So, but hey, promising so far. Let's see if he can keep this up. The Predators are in the playoffs. They kind of just slipped in, but Connor Bedard getting to the playoffs again. So that's pretty solid. Looks like he's getting there, which is nice. Of course, we made the playoffs as well as the Blackhawks, but again, we don't really matter. But I'll just simulate a few games and see what ends up happening, see if the Predators can beat the Golden Knights. But so far, they're down 3-1. Looks like there might be another first-round exit, although it's 3-2 them. So will they be able to force a Game 7? They do force a Game 7. Can they win it? No, they don't. They lost in 7 games, unfortunately. So once again, Connor Bedard could not get the team. Just couldn't get the job done. Couldn't get the team out of the first round. I mean, it's tough. I mean, I'm curious to see what he decides to do, actually. Let's take a look at the entire... Let's look at the... Not the entire league. Let's look at the Predators. So, yeah, Connor Bedard. Another good playoff, first round. He was really solid. He's already up to a 96. So, I mean, get this guy some more help if we can. The dude had 120 points. An absolute carry job. 47 goals, 73 assists. He had 120 points. And I was wrong. I thought maybe this guy would be a 93. Dude, this guy's going to be a 99. He might be a 99 at some point in his career. He's still improving, too. He's 25. He's not even in his prime yet. That's crazy, dude. This guy's already at 120 points in his career. He's definitely going to be one of the tops in terms of total points. I'm excited to see where he ends up. I am going to be very excited to see his career stats. I'm loving this so far. It just takes way too long to simulate. That's the only thing. But fortunately, couldn't get the job done. I guess if there's any major updates in terms of awards, or if he wins the Stanley Cup or goes on a deep playoff run, I guess I'll let you guys know that. Otherwise, I'll maybe just start giving guys updates every 2 or 3 seasons. So we have a bunch of awards for Connor Bedard. I just was looking. Connor Bedard, Art Ross Trophy, led the league in points. Hart Memorial Trophy was the MVP to his team. Lady Byng Memorial Trophy, best sportsmanship, gentlemanly conduct with a high standard of playing ability. Is that all he got? I think he got one more award. Yeah, he did. He got the Ted Lindsay Award. Most Outstanding Player. That is absolutely insane. He had 4 awards this year. So, great season for him. Unfortunately, his season ended in 7 games in the first round, but this is very promising. So how about this for an award right here? The Frank J. Selke Trophy for Connor Bedard. How interesting is that? He's good at defense too, apparently. So he got that award. The Predators were terrible, but obviously Connor Bedard wasn't. I'm actually curious to see his stats one more time. Because I didn't really show you guys his stats this year, because obviously they didn't make the playoffs. But if he won an award, we might as well see them. 88 points, so a bit of a downgrade, but I guess his defense must have been really good. I gotta double check to see what it would potentially be. I guess his takeaways, 124 takeaways, is pretty impressive. So yeah, fantastic stuff there from Connor Bedard. How many more years does he have left on his contract is what I'm curious of. He's got 2 more years remaining. I am curious to see what he's going to do with regards to his free agency. Will he want to stay with the Predators, or will somebody give him another another team just give him a massive contract? I am very curious to see what he decides to do. Alright guys, so I wanted to give you a quick little update with Connor Bedard. This is going to be, I believe, his free agent season coming up here right now. We just finished simulating. And, yeah, I mean, he made the playoffs last season, got another Art Ross Trophy. I just feel like showing guys because he lost in the first round. So, I mean, if we look at his career stats, I mean, you guys see another 110-point season here, another down year, so it's kind of like a little inconsistent. So he had a really good year here, not so great here, really good year here, not so great here. I mean, not terrible, but, like, definitely down from, like, what, you would think it would be. But, yeah, so far, I mean, throughout his career, has 894 points, 358 goals, 536 assists. It's not bad. I just think that his team is not amazing. He's done pretty well from an individual standpoint. 1,190 takeaways. I know my face cam is blocking. He is on 521 hits, 226 block shots, 501 giveaways. So, I mean, it's pretty solid. He wins the face-off percentage a lot of the time. It looks like, yeah, the totals don't really work for some of them. The ones that are really long. But yeah, I mean, he's done pretty good at an individual level. I mean, he's played 3, 6, 7, 8. How many seasons has he played? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's already been 11 seasons. He's been to 1 Stanley Cup, and he lost it, unfortunately. He's a 96 overall. Looks like that's probably going to be where he caps out around, potentially, unless he can somehow get better as, like, past 28, which is possible. I wonder if he will decide to leave the Predators. We shall see, because obviously they did not make the playoffs, and they're kind of just a little inconsistent. So, I don't know. We'll see what he decides to do. I'm excited to see free agency and see if he's still there. And if he is, I'll show you guys the contract wherever he goes, no matter where, whether he stays in Nashville or not. Connor Bedard did end up re-upping with the Predators. He's staying loyal. 6 years, $12.75 million he's making this upcoming season. So, you know, he's kind of in the prime of his career. Let's see if Nashville can kind of put a competitive team around him. You got Bedard. It's not that great. I have been also seeing players retire in their late 30s now. Actually, defensively, this guy looks like a stud. So, I don't know. We'll see how they do. But yeah, Connor Bedard seems to be like the guy, obviously. So, let's see if he can maybe carry that team. If I have any relevant updates, I will let you guys know. Otherwise, I'll probably just simulate a few seasons and, you know, when I have an update then, I'll just tell you guys. I usually don't stop here, but I had to stop here. The Predators won the President's Trophy. So, that's impressive. That's the only reason I stopped it there. I want to let you guys know that Connor Bedard led his team to the best record in the regular season in the NHL. Now, will that translate over in the playoffs? Well, so far they're down 2-2. I mean, I usually wouldn't have stopped here. I would have kept going. But here we are. They got a Game 7, and they advanced. Yeah, had they not won the President's Trophy, I wouldn't have said anything, but expectations are heavy now. They're 2-2 series right now with the Wild in the second round, and they ended up losing. Connor Bedard. Oh, no. We gotta look at that. We gotta look at those playoff stats. But we'll look at them after. But that is unfortunate, man. They got the President's Trophy and couldn't get out of the second round. Yikes, that's brutal. I also am able to finally be on the Predators as a GM, so I switched to their team. Again, I'm not going to be doing anything, so I other than just showing stats. And I mean, since he's here, it's great. So yeah, he had 17 points, 12 goals, 5 assists. He had 108 points on the season, too. It's going to be so much easier for me to show you guys stats now. So much better. But yeah, 60 assists, 48 goals, man. It's so unfortunate that he couldn't just get he couldn't get this team past. I mean, he's been up and down, so like that means next season he's going to go down to the 80s. But he did reach the 1,000-point thresh mark before his age 30 season. So that's impressive. I don't know how many more years he's got in him, but he's definitely looking really good. You guys see his playoff stats as well. Wasn't very great. The ones that I guess this one I didn't really show you guys. I mean, 5 goals is not bad. No assists. This one he had a pretty solid run. -1 on the ice, that's not incredible. He's at 68 points in the playoffs, 33 goals, 35 assists. He's played 60 games. 6 times in the playoffs. I mean, that's impressive. I mean, that's good. He's made the Stanley Cup once. But I want to see a little bit more team success. And granted, I know he got the President's Trophy. So we can add that to the list of things in terms of team success that he kind of contributed to. I guess it didn't update yet. So we'll just simulate a few more days. I'll sim to draft, and then we'll look at the awards, see if he got any. Okay, Vegas Golden Knights. So yeah, stop sim, please. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, I do want to see how he did in terms of, you know, awards. So yeah, the President's Trophy went to the Canucks. Wait, they didn't get it? The Canucks got it? Really? I could have sworn. Oh, I thought we got it. My mistake, guys. The Canucks got it. Very interesting. I thought they had got it. My bad. My apologies. I was completely wrong with the President's Trophy. So they didn't really choke, but, you know, still had a really good year, and they couldn't get the job done. My apologies, guys. I thought they won the Stanley Cup. Another Art Ross Trophy, though, at a Hart Memorial for the man, the myth, the legend, Connor Bedard. Also, this guy was really good. Connor Bedard, Lady Bing. Did he get anything else? Yep, Ted Lindsay Award. Another 4 awards for this guy. It's crazy. Great individual, but I need some more team success. Playoff run here. We have a deep playoff run. We're in the conference finals. I decided to show you guys this because, you know, there's a chance we can go to the Stanley Cup with the Predators here. And Connor Bedard can maybe get his taste. Another taste of the Stanley Cup Finals. Split the first 2 games at Seattle. Got game 3 and 4. Split them again. Game 5 is a loss. If we win game 6, I might hop into game 7. And right, we're going to sim game 7. We're going to sim game 7. Why not? Why not? This is to go back to the Stanley Cup. Let's see if we see a Connor Bedard sighting here. We'll get a Marchand sighting for them. Power play goal for the Kraken. I am rooting for the Predators. And granted, I'm not really trying to rebuild. I'm not really doing anything. I don't really know the players either. I think a lot of these guys are going to be like auto-generated rookies or auto-generated people. Like Arcabello, Downey. But if I see Connor Bedard, I'll be happy. Hey, if we get a W's a W from me in my book. So, wow, damn, 2-2. A lot of scoring right now. Back and forth. 2-2 after the first period. Second period, okay, Merkley. Yeah, he's a real guy. 3-2. But Natty Beniers, I know he's real. 3-3, he just doesn't have a picture. EA, you got to get work on that. But they won't. You know, it's EA. Connor Bedard signing in Game 7. That'd be great if I could see a goal or something. Maybe he has some assist. They just don't show the assist here. Period 3, man. Pressure, man. The pressure's on. Get back to the Stanley Cup. Connor Bedard has only been there one time. It would be great if they can get back. That's the one thing he's really missing in his collection of awards and decorations. I think for the most part, right? He's got a lot of different awards. And Shane Wright says, "Screw you," and friggin' wins the game. Where the hell was Bedard? Where was Bedard? Really? 4-3, man. That's tough, dude. That's tough. A deep playoff run, man. Dang. 4-3 loss. He had 26 points. He was good in the playoffs. He just didn't show. I don't know if he was in Game 7. Where he was in Game 7. But look at his stats. Look at his playoff stats. His past couple seasons. Yeah, I mean, he carried the team. 93 points, which is pretty solid. I mean, you guys can see his stats. It look great. His career stats are looking amazing. You know, 1,180 points, 493 goals, 687 assists. He's got a plus-minus of 147 when he's on the ice. He's got 63 game-winning goals, 116 power play goals, 254 power play points accounted for. What is SHG? Oh, shorthanded goals, and then shorthanded points. Gotcha. Okay. And you guys see hits. Got 648 block shots, 286, 646 giveaways, but he's got 1,544 takeaways. I mean, he's been great. And I mean, if you look at the playoffs, I mean, we also have preseason stats. I don't really look too much at this, but here they are in case you guys are curious. That's how he does in preseason. Wow. Playoffs. He has 100 total points. I mean, he had a really good playoffs this year. Well, pretty good. I mean, -1. It's funny, plus-minus, he's negative in the playoffs. That's a little bit concerning, in my opinion. I guess it's not a huge metric, but that is slightly concerning. But he's had some good runs. This one was definitely one of his better runs. You know, a couple second-round exits, first-round exits. Got to the, like I said, Stanley Cup Finals. But he hasn't quite won one yet. So that's really all he needs, I'd say, in my opinion. And, you know, maybe like a playoff award as well. Would be kind of nice if we can get that. Well, I guess we'll see who wins the Stanley Cup, and then maybe we'll just keep simulating until I have another update for you guys. What hurts is that the Kraken beat us by 1 point in Game 7, and we were the President. This time we won the President's Trophy. So you can add that to the list of the curse. President's Trophy. You can add that to the curse. Again, that's a team award more or less, but still, unfortunately, had to happen. Did he get any awards here? He did get the Lady Bing, so that's another one for him on that one. I think that might be the only one he got, though. Yeah, okay, just another Lady Bing and President's Trophy, but stinks, though, that we lost. At least we lost to the eventual Stanley Cup winners, but dang, that sucks. Seasons, and I mean, Connor Bedard once again, decent job in the playoffs, led the team in points. It's been a while since I've given you guys an update. I think like 3 seasons. So yeah, we'll take a look here so you guys can see. We did pick up some guys on this team. They're pretty solid. He is starting to regress. He's down to a 94 now. He's at a 96 at his peak. But I mean, he's still a 94 overall. He's 34. I think he's got 1 more year on his contract left. He does. I think I don't think he's gonna be a free agent this season. I think it's next season. I could be wrong, but if I am, I'll show you. Maybe he gets an extension. We'll see. Maybe he decides I want to stay. But he's got almost 1,500 points on his career, which is pretty amazing. I don't think he'll break the all-time. Can he get 2,000? Possibly. I mean, assuming he could play all 80, stay healthy. He's got a shot. He probably needs a few more 100 seasons, but he's been really good. Obviously, especially individually, 627 goals is pretty impressive. 842 assists is also pretty impressive. He's definitely one of the best players, for sure. He's going to be in the top ranks. I'm excited to see that. Takeaways got almost 2,000 takeaways at 1,888. 1,888, so he'll probably eclipse 2,000 for sure. Block shots, 360, which is pretty impressive. In the playoffs, I mean, he's been pretty solid. 124 goals, 67 assists, 57 goals. He's got 124 points, 5 plus minus, which is okay. But I'd probably be a little bit better if he, but it's okay. Again, I mean, he's been getting eliminated a lot in the first round. And I guess I don't know if that's partially because of him. Maybe if he had a little bit more talent on the team. I mean, the team seems pretty solid to me. So, we'll see what he could do. I'm hoping he doesn't retire. Let's take a look at the awards. Did we get any for him? Is this the awards? Or are these from last season? These might be from last season. I have no idea. Let me see. Team awards. Stanley Cup. Yeah, no, the Maple Leafs won the Stanley Cup. So, yeah, I think those are from last season. Stanley Cup champions, supposed to be Toronto. So, let me simulate another day or two. And then get the pop-up. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I think now the awards will be updated. Did he get any other awards? He did a couple awards. He got the Lady Bing a couple times. That was really about it that he got there. He'll probably get it again. Yeah, I think he's won this award, like, 6 times now total, which I don't know, like, how valuable that is. I guess that's pretty good. I guess it's nice that he's winning that. But yeah, he's won multiple awards, which is great, and he's winning that one consistently. Plenty of playoff appearances, but yeah, I mean, individually he's been great. I'd like a little bit more, maybe. I really want to see him get a Stanley Cup. If he can get a Stanley Cup, that solidifies it for me. Obviously, at the individual level, he's done pretty much everything, and he's going to continue to stat pad. But I want to see him try to get 1 Stanley Cup before he goes. So he's running out of time. He's 34, so he's going to start regressing soon. Hopefully, he can maybe, get one before he retires. Hey, we're in a deep playoff run. We beat the best team, I think, in our conference, the Coyotes. They might have had the best record, I don't know. But we're taking on the Canucks. We're in the conference finals. Connor Bedard trying to go back to the Stanley Cup. Can he do it? We split the first 2 games of the Canucks. Lose 2 straight, so that's not good. And we lose 3 straight, 2 of them being an OT, and the other 2 being shutouts. Wow. And that's his final season. I mean, I don't know if he's going to re-sign or not. He might. He only had 89 points this season. Oh, he's down to an 89 overall now? Oh, my God. Oh, my. Ooh, boy. Oh, he did re-sign. He actually re-signed. He extended for 2 seasons. Okay, so he's still here. But he's starting to regress. Pretty fast. He's 89 now. So that's not looking good now for his hopes. how did he do in the playoffs this season? Not bad, but like -2 on the ice, 12 assists. Oh boy, he's starting to regress. I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough. He's got 2 more years now. We'll see if he could get back here again, man. I don't know if he's gonna get the Stanley Cup. It's gonna be very tough. It's gonna be very, very tough. I'm assuming he's not gonna win any awards. Maybe the Lady Bing again. If he does, I mean that's not even worth showing you. So, I'll just see you guys once I have another update. Hopefully, we can get back to this position. Looks like it might be the beginning of the end for Connor Bedard. Even though he led the team in points, 57, which is not a lot, but yeah, this team is just not very talented. Yeah, he's an 81 overall. He did sign 2 more years, so he's still playing, but definitely not going to be the top tier guy going forward. As you can see, he's definitely starting to regress. He still put up some good numbers in his career, and he's going to continue to stat pile his points, his goals. It'd be cool if he can get to 800 or maybe 750. I would definitely get to 750. I would think if he plays like a few more seasons. Assists, if he get it to 1,000, that'd be nice. I mean, listen, he's had a great career. He's 37 years old. I don't know if he's going to call it or not. I mean, especially if he signed an extension for 2 more seasons. He's got 2,096 takeaways, almost 1,000 hits on his career, 934. So we'll see if he can break that mark. But individually, he's been great. I don't think he's going to win any more awards, so I'll probably just simulate. If he makes the playoffs, I'll show you guys. Otherwise, we might just go until he retires. But yeah, I mean, I'll show you guys the awards here. You can see the Seattle Kraken ended up winning. Did he get an award? No, he did not. So, yeah, I mean, if he happens to get an award or if we happen to make the playoffs, I'll show you guys. Otherwise, I'm probably just going to simulate until he retires. Especially since I feel like this video has been going on for a pretty long time. I've been recording for almost 2 hours in this session. I had a session before where I had to stop that was like, yeah, pretty long as well. So this is going to be like a 3-hour ordeal of recording, at least. So it should be fun. Because I'm also going to show you guys the stats comparing to the NHL after the fact. So there you go, too. But we'll wait till the end once he does retire. If he retires after here, then we'll do it now. Otherwise, whenever he does have to retire. Little update here. Connor Bedard is no longer on the Predators. He went to the Canadiens. So that's interesting. Okay. So he left the team. Surprise. And it's interesting he went to the Canadiens of all teams. That was the team that beat him in the Stanley Cup a long time ago. Is their team good? I guess. I mean, he could play a little bit. He's still playing second line, so I guess that's an update for you. He signed a 1-year deal. He might just sign a bunch of 1-year deals and maybe switch teams. I don't know how good the Canadiens are, so I guess we'll see. But that's where he is. Montreal. Gentlemen, Connor Bedard calls it a career. After playing 1 season away from the Predators, he decides to hang it up. Played 1,751 games, because of course there are no injuries. 748 goals. That's impressive. 1,014 assists. That's also pretty impressive. And then in total, 1,762 points. Unfortunately, could not get a Stanley Cup. Very, very unfortunate. But I guess he was actually pretty solid when he did play for Montreal. He was a neutral, plus minus area, plus minus 148, plus 148 on the ice. I mean, listen, he was really good. As you can see, I mean, he had some really good seasons. His career, 907 hits. He had, if the freaking song could move, I could tell you, 436 block shots, over 1,000 giveaways, but 2,170 takeaways in his career in terms of regular season. We're gonna take a look and see where that ranks all time. I love that you could look at preseason stats and playoff stats. EA did a good job on that. And 2K's got to take notes. I don't care about preseason too much, but I guess if you guys want to see the goals, there you go. Playoffs, yeah, 140 playoff points, 79 assists, 61 goals. It was positive 3 on the ice. I mean, that honestly, I feel like he could have done a little bit better in the playoffs, but it's unfortunate. But not only does he retire with that, but he retires a Calder Memorial winner. He made the playoffs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times, which is impressive, I'd say. You know, he won the Clarence Campbell Bowl. You know, he got to the Stanley Cup once. Would have been amazing if he had won that Stanley Cup, man. If that was the only time he was going to get there. 3-time Art Ross winner. 2-time Hart Memorial. He was a 6-time Lady Byng. 2-time Ted Lindsay. He got the Frank Selke Award. And then his team won the President's Trophy that one season. Made the conference finals a few times. He lost in the first round a lot, which is kind of unfortunate. I mean, 6-game, 7-game series. I mean, except this game, this one was 5, but still. Maybe if he had gotten out of the first round a little bit more, who knows? But it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that he retired without a Stanley Cup, but he had a phenomenal career nevertheless. So we're gonna go on to look at his stats, whether that be on NHL.com or whatever the other one is, hockey reference. So probably for takeaways, because I don't think they don't have that. I didn't see it on the NHL. So yeah, let me look up some of his stats and pull them up for you. All right, so I'm on NHL.com. If we just put him, you know, on the record books, 748 goals would be number 5 all time. Number 5 all time. 1,014 assists. Joins an elite club. That would put him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, can I do this? Record type assist. Yeah, there we go. That would put him number 14. Total points. He had 1,762. That would put him number 7. I don't think I can look at like historic career stats here. So yeah, he'd be there, number 7. So that's impressive. Let's look at playoff stats because I'm kind of curious to see that. Where can we see that? Those stats, including most points career, including playoffs. I just want to do most points playoffs. Is this just playoffs? Goals, playoffs, games played, playoff goals. Okay, so playoff goals. So here we go. Let's look at his playoff stats. Goals, 61 would put him... Well, let me do goals. Most goals... career, okay, including playoffs, I guess. I don't really know. Where is it? Regular. Oh, okay, regular season goals, playoff goals. I don't know. We could try to sort it here. He'd be right over here somewhere with Lemaire and Reggie and Esposito. So yeah, he'd be right there. Pavelski is actually right there. That's pretty nice. Assist 79. Playoff assist. He'd be right over here with right between Kane and Lemire. Or Lemire? Yeah. Jacques. Alright. Playoff points. Man, Wayne Gretzky is just so freaking good. He had 140 total points in the playoffs. Did Connor Bedard. That'd put him right here, just below Ovechkin. Of course, Jacques. Maybe he's Jacques. He's Jacques. I don't know. Let's look at takeaways. I want to see if that's maybe on Hockey Reference. Takeaways, but 184 power play goals. We can look at that. I'm on Hockey Reference. Would put him right here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but we'll put him right here. Game-winning goals. Do they have that? I have no idea if they have that. Game-winning goals. They do. So let's take a look at that. Just as a career. Double check it. He had 105. That would put him right here. Number 8. Right below Marleau and Shanahan. So there you go. I mean, overall, solid career from Connor Bedard. Unfortunately, could not get that Stanley Cup, but definitely a Hall of Famer. Made a lot of money, won a lot of awards. I'd say he lived up to the hype. He'd be worthy of a #1 pick. It's, you know, of course, I think he would have loved to. We would have loved to have gotten that that Stanley Cup to put the icing on the cake. But you know, what are you gonna do? But anyways, I guess with that being said, let's go to the full screen and close out this long video. Guys, well, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like and subscribe. Comment down below some more videos, socials, playlists, second channel, main channel, download description. Check out my channel for content TJP as well. If you have any other ideas for players, let me know down in the comments below. Any rookies, maybe this year, maybe Slavkovsky, who knows? Whatever you guys want to see me do. If you have any ideas. If not, no worries. But yeah, I'm going to head on out though. Hope you enjoy your holiday. This was definitely a special video, and I enjoyed it. It just takes a long time to record, but I do appreciate that EA puts in the playoff stats and the preseason stats, even though I don't really care about preseason, but playoff stats, that's awesome. So, like I said, 2K, take notes. With that being said, though, happy holidays, everyone. Take care, everybody. See you soon. Peace.